Time to reverse things, or should I say, yes, how to show it's reverse mouse. Now you may be asking, Grim Reaper, what do you mean by reverse things? Well, I'm glad you asked. I've been doing this show for almost a year now, and there's been quite a few questions that I missed, especially in my earlier videos. I just didn't have the time to answer them all, but I decided that we should go back and answer some of those questions. Let's get to it then. Our first question today comes from Danielle, and she asked me, do you like milk? Well, of course, doesn't everyone? I like all sorts of milk. Whole milk, 2% milk, chocolate milk, but my favorite milk has to be the milk that comes from suffering, despairing souls. Taylor asks, can you travel back and forth between dimensions? Why, yes, Taylor, I can. As I've mentioned before, there are many different dimensions which all have a different Grim Reaper, such as one dimension having Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Of course, I'm still not allowed to tell you how I travel back and forth between dimensions. It's top secret. Our next question today comes from my manager's father, and he asked me, my son has a wild imagination. Should I try to stifle it, or should I just leave it alone? Well, Mr. Garrison, your son Donald has a very dangerous imagination, and you should put a stop to it as soon as possible. All of the rest of my questions today come from a fellow named Joshua, who asked me a boatload of questions, which is why I barely answered them all the first video. Here you go, Joshua. You're welcome. Joshua's first question was, what was your childhood like? Well, I've told a few stories on this show before about my childhood, but I guess I could tell you a little bit more. As I'm sure you all know by one of my videos, my father has always been out of the picture, so the only parent who raised me was my mother. I also had two siblings. My older brother's name was Grimy, and my little brother's name was Joseph. As I've told you all before, my interest of death came at a very young age, and I was bullied all throughout school for it, but I never gave up hope. I would play a game with my little brother Joseph all the time, where he was immortal, and I was the Grim Reaper, and I'd have to tackle him, and kill him, and reap his soul. It was a lot of fun. Of course, my older brother Grimy I didn't get to know very well, because when I was really young, he started to go to college. But I do remember that he tried to teach me how to play soul ball. You see, he's an official soul ball player in the afterlife, and he wanted me to play with him. I was really bad, though. Even though my mother said she loved us all equally, she's told me that I'm her favorite. Ha 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 ha. Joshua's second question was, what is your favorite show? My favorite show, Joshua, is Jeopardy! I love to see the disappointment on all those mortals' faces when they get a question wrong. Joshua's third question was, what is your favorite food? My favorite food is soul cheese sandwiches. When I was a child, my mother used to make them for me all the time. They are quite delicious. Joshua's fourth question was, what is your credit card information? Nice try. Joshua's final question, or at least the final question I'm answering from him today because he asked way too many questions, is, do you like trains? I like trains. There, I did it. Yes, I know this is a train car, not the engine. I must say, it was really enjoyable going back to the past and answering questions, but I think I want to answer some questions in the present next time, so Ask me as many questions as you'd like in the comments below, on YouTube or Facebook. Take care, and remember, if you don't ask me a question, you will die. Bye.
What's with the Grim Reaper picking on me recently? My imagination is not dangerous. Isn't that right, Mr. Sock? Oh yes, your imagination is perfectly normal. Why, thank you.